Welcome to another round of my little guitar demo series. Today, first of all, I want to thank all viewers, all subscribers, because I recently discovered that my YouTube channel here jumped over the 1 million clicks mark. 1 million, more than 1 million views on my little guitar adventures. I never would have dreamed of that. So now I have to be responsible with my audience, and therefore today I do a special edition, which is a result of some user comments and also emails I received. People ask, what is that amp you are always using in your demos, or very often using in your demos, and could you please provide a demo for that? So yeah, today is the day. What do I have here? I have a Peavey Classic 50 watts, and I don't remember exactly when I bought this amp, but it must have been something like 1992. Got it in the music store, and while doing a little bit of research about Peavey Classic amps, because nowadays they build it different, the optics are different, and probably the sound is also different. I don't know, I never played a new one, but my amplifier here is at least from the first production year, 1991. That's what I found out while doing some research for serial numbers and product specifications, because my amplifier had no send and return, no FX loop. And this is a clear sign, because in the second production year, that's what you can read on the internet at least, they equipped every amp with a effect send and return. So my amplifier has a send and return, but this was done by a German tube doctor, I would say. He's very popular here. His name is Thomas Reusenzen, and it was also in the 90s when I brought this amplifier to him in his office, which was in Offenbach near Frankfurt at that time. I think he also did something else with my amplifier. I don't know. He did something, but it isn't much. But the main thing was to build in this effect loop. Today I know that I have a very precious amplifier, which I use very often in the studio for guitar demos. Not only, but very often, and also live. But in the last time, I try my best not to put too much strain on the amplifier. You know, for live gigging I use something else, because it's from 1991 or 1992, early 1992, and yeah, that's nearly 25 years. So he has done his job and will continue to do it here in the studio. So okay, the first thing, what happens unexpectedly when you turn on this Peavey Classic from 1991, 1992 is, listen. You hear that noise? Yeah, this thing has a fan. For those who don't know, this amplifier has in the pre-stage 3 12AX7 tubes, and in the final stage 4 EL84. Good for 50 watts RMS. This amp is loud. It is not too loud compared to other tube amps with 50 watts with the same tube configuration. Probably it's a psychological moment and the open chassis of the amp that it doesn't appear so loud. So it's enough to play with a drummer and a bass player on a small stage, but when it gets bigger, the characteristics, the main characteristics of the amp are more in the thinner chainsaw region, you know, something like that. There's gain in this amplifier, and it's like a chainsaw. So for all those who know the video game Doom, yeah, that's the perfect amp for that, for making the music for that. But what is also nice with this amplifier, it doesn't have much noise. You see, I mean, the master volume is half up. It's not that much, Of course, I use good cables and everything, but other amplifiers would create some noise, which would be significantly louder than that. And the biggest strength of this amplifier is you have all the sounds in the knobs on your guitar, you know. Reacts very sensitive, this amplifier, and has a lot of gain. It has a normal and a bright channel. I don't want to speak about every knob now, just the basics. It has 2 channels. It's a clean channel and distortion channel, and you have two gain knobs for the 2 channels, and for the distorted channel you have also a post knob where you can fine adjust the volume according to the gain you have selected, and then you have a master volume. Amplifier has a presence knob and treble, middle, bass equalization. The equalization is effective. It's not over effective compared to other amplifiers. Like I said, I don't want to go into every detail with every combination possible, because it's me, it's my personal taste. Typically I always go 12 o'clock position every knob with the amplifiers, and later I will also display which setting I used for parts of the playback I play later on. There's not too much happening for me when you turn the knobs. The most important thing is this amplifier has a weakness in bass. This you have to know if you're out there for a thumpy sound, you know, like from a Fender Twin Reverb, which can deliver a lot of bass. This amp doesn't do that, but it's like and apart from this chainsaw sound, it's a rock and roll machine. It's not a one-trick pony. It has a second big strength I discovered over the years, and this is the clean sound. Hands down, I can say I don't know any other amplifier offering this fine, sensitive and dynamic clean sound. More or less 95% of all my recordings where I record a clean guitar, I record with this amplifier with a clean channel, this Peavey Classic 50 watts. Okay, so I have prepared a few playbacks, because I think you hear the best how an amplifier or an instrument sounds when you make music with it. And what I will do is, I have here a Les Paul. It's a Les Paul standard from the 90s with normal PAF humbuckers, and there I have a Fender Stratocaster also from the 90s, and it is equipped with Seymour Duncan hot rail mini humbuckers, which can also be split. So I will use with this Fender Stratocaster also the single coil mode, so that you get an idea how this amplifier sounds with a Fender Stratocaster and a Les Paul. So, because these are the most used guitars and pickup configurations in the world. And I wish you a lot of fun. And yeah, I start with rockish playback. Let's see what's happening. as you heard with this amp, you can play rock and roll, isn't it? I mean, it's a rock and roll amp. Just turn it on and chainsaw massacre, while being very sensitive. That's this Peavey Classic. Here's the setting I use for the normal crunch sound, the chainsaw sound, the standard sound. With the 2x12 speakers of the combo, the internal speakers. I make sure the presence is here around 8 on the scale. Bring the volume half up. Give a little treble boost, give a little mid-range boost, but bring back the bass to around nearly 4 here on the scale. And the pre-gain for the crunch channel, I go at 10.5, the post 11. That's my setting for the crunch sound. I think 1 or 2, it also can be 3 years, I'm not sure anymore. I'm not getting younger, excuse me for that. At least sometime after I got the amplifier, I also found the fitting 4x10 speakers cabinet from Peavey for it. It's called 410E. It's a very nifty cabinet, which also is capable of doing a stereo split, which was very interesting at that time for my amplifier configuration. I had another amplifier together with this Peavey Classic I used often live. And this 4x10 cabinet has a different characteristic as the 2x12 speakers in the combo. Listen to that. It's even more chainsawish, isn't it? It's somewhat narrow. You know, it beams directly in your face, and I found out that this is very good in combination with not always, but very often in combination with female vocals, because maybe some of you know that problem. You have a, let's say, 50 watts standard Marshall, a thumpy bass and everything, and you have a singer, and somehow the guitar sound doesn't match good with the singer. It's too massive, it's too bassy, and I don't know what. Yeah, sometimes it can help just to use a different speaker system. So for the next playback, I will use this 4x10 cabinet. Just recently, I had a good friend of mine here in the studio from Berlin. Her name is Dangila, and she has a fable for the Malayan language. Don't ask me anything about Malay, but it sounds nice. I can tell you that in advance. And we recorded something, and I just play along here with my guitar with this 4x10 speaker configuration, and listen for yourself how that match is.
Cubi Susu Panas, selamat pagi. Curry buns and Cubi Susu. Coffee with thick milk. Thick milk and sugar. In the bakery of some Panas city. Cubi Susu. Cubi Susu Panas, my drink to wake up after dreaming of you during the night. Selamat pagi, Malaysian morning. Cubi Susu, sweet and hot. Cubi Susu, sweet like you. Cubi Susu Panas, my handwritten, holding the little plastic bag with the straw, sucking Cubi Susu. Selamat pagi, Malaysian morning. Cubi Susu, sweet and hot, sweet, sweet. Like your kiss. Cubi Susu Panas, birds on the way, and commonly wild, walking along the street. Market people selling fruits and vegetables. Slimmer Peggy. And me, finishing my Cubi Susu Panas. Walking to the sea gypsies, arriving in their boats, bringing colorful fish. Cubi Susu Panas, Malaysian morning. Warm, hot, humid, thinking of you.
Yeah, that's how the amp sounds with a 4x10 original Peavey 410E speaker cabinet. Like I said, it at times it is very good in combination with a female voice, because you're not so mighty with your guitar while playing high gain, you know. So when I have my 410E, the 4x10 speakers cabinet connected, I make sure, out of experience, that I bring down the presence a little bit, because the smaller speakers already deliver a lot of presence. The volume, just a little bit above half. It's always good with this amplifier. I bring the treble a little bit below the middle position, the middle also, and give the bass a little bit boost. And the gain stage, the post, is nearly a little bit before full, just a little bit before full for the post, and the pre-stage, just the same. That's my setting when I have the 4x10 speakers cabinet connected. Okay, and now finally we come, after all this high gain stuff, which makes fun, of course, with this amp. It's the chainsaw, your local chainsaw. Apart from that, the clean sound is just fantastic for my taste, and a perfect match with a typical Les Paul. It's a normal Les Paul standard with normal pickups. Listen for yourself. I'll give you some atmospheric examples of the clean sound. you also have an idea about the clean sound, and maybe you understand me a little bit more. But of course, sound is a matter of taste. However, for those of you who like that clean sound with the Peavey Classic 50 here, I show you the settings for that. It's slightly different than the setting I would use for the gain sounds, for the crunch sounds. I make sure that here the clean volume, so the gain stage, is very high. Pre and post is only for the crunch channel. Just a little bit of reverb, and yeah, a little bit over half for the bass, a little bit over half for middle, a little bit over half for treble. So all at the same position, and then the volume, yeah, more or less half up above 6 here in this scale, and the presence to the middle. This I use for the clean sound. This being said, I think I'm at the end of my little guitar amp demo for today. So be creative, have fun, bye bye.